I feel rejuvenated. No way, you're not a proper emo kid until I have this fucking jacket on for the hoodie, and the hoodie only, because I have my sleeves rolled up because it's hot as shit in here and I'm binding, but you know what? I still like Black Veil Brides, okay? Don't fucking take that away from me. So, the fatigue. I'll be blunt with you. This video will be very vague because I'm just going to tell you what I know. And I know next to nothing. I, believe it or not, am not an introvert by nature. I am actually an extrovert. The problem is that I am an introvert online. I feel weird responding to comments. When I do, it just takes the breath out of me. I don't know why. I have no explanation. It's just apparently a part of me. Perhaps it's because I grew up in a very interesting, scary time of the internet, as we are learning with the Captain Des situation. Fuck him. I'm your emo dad now. You guys need a hug after hearing that, because honestly, reading the comments broke my fucking heart. Don't worry, I'm with you. I am going to be that asshole and say that I did in fact like Nate better. Not saying I have hindsight, that I'm Mr. Hindsight, whatever the fuck you want to call me. I'm just saying I think I kind of have a good sense of when people are kind of fucking gross. I will say I subscribed to Dez's other account when he finally picked back up because, you know, honestly, I was wondering where Nate was because that was my first thought. I was like, man, I preferred Nate, but okay, I'll subscribe to Destry. You know, he's part of my fucking childhood now, I guess. Well, my internet childhood, I'll say. Hence why I look like this today. And for those saying that, you know, oh, the hug was overly, you know, like, added, you know, whatever. You don't have to hug me if you don't want to. I will accept no hug. And Onision squeezed my boobs for 5 years! Actually, no, he's just... I mean, technically, I've seen the videos over the period of 5 years. Because I do have a massive hate boner for him, and I will not beat around the bush with that. He is everything that I hate about the internet, and thus why I will take great joy out of absolutely destroying him in a way that I find personally entertaining, as you may see with an up-and-coming video. Anyway, quarantine's really been hitting hard for me. Funny enough, this is probably going to be the final hill, and from here, it's just all gonna go, you know, it's not uphill anymore, you know, we're not struggling anymore, and that's why I'm saying going downhill into a valley, in this case, is a good thing. Just because I've been hearing a lot of they went downhill because I like to listen to stuff about, you know, Shane Dawson and all that. This was supposed to be a carefree video just to put a video out that says, no, the last video getting negative responses has not crippled me. I have simply crippled myself. And on that subject, Almeray. Why did I think that second word was going to be so much easier to say than it actually ended up being? I will, in fact, be looking up inconformity, which I should, with my, you know, basic high school knowledge of Latin prefixes and all that, I should be able to put together, but at this point in my life, I cannot. I will be looking into that. I just have no energy to do any of it right now. And I feel weird responding to comments at this point, because I will comment before I upload this video. I don't mean to call you out. Probably, you know what, I'm not even going to say your username. I'll just link you here, whatever. But no, I want to have a discussion with anyone who is looking at my shit that I can't even watch over again and is willing to comment something that could actually, you know, help me. Thank you very, very much. I still just don't know how to respond to shit like that. This is all just a weird time. I don't know how to respond to a lot of things just in general. I have been locked inside for a year now. So I've just been relatively exhausted, mostly because I have very little to make videos about, and the things that I want to make videos about are extremely draining. The next video, as I've said, is about Onision. and I tried to make one video about guava juice, which I will probably have to film at another point on another completely separate day, because watching his entire video actually just took so much energy out of me. I want to do commentary videos. It's what I've been watching. It's, the part of YouTube that's like, it's interesting to me because I like to hear other people's opinions. I like to hear other people speak. I like in video form, where it feels like I can be talking to somebody. Of course, and that's probably why I feel so disconnected with comments. And probably why I like TikTok, because we can make videos conversing with each other so that you can truly see, like, there's so many ways that things can get misconstrued as like an asshole thing. Like, I don't want to like and heart that comment in case the person sees it as like a weird passive aggressive thing. But like, and I'm sure a lot of people would say that the way, they edited with look it up and that's just so passive aggressive, and like, people are just fucking stupid. I don't get why so many people seem to overthink things, but in the same way, I continue to do that by also overthinking. It's all a part of my favorite of Newton's laws of motion, which is that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, because we see that not only in physics, but in society as a whole. And I'm sure it is with the other ones as well. But I really connected with number 3, all right? That was just, I saw it when I was young. I could tell that was what the future was going to turn out to be, and it has. And also, I'm gonna be blunt, I know I'm probably gonna come off really shitty here. I have a computer that was meant for drawing and digital art and writing. Video making, when you have, hours of video, which takes up a lot of space, especially after you edit it, and you're a hoarder like me, and you're afraid to delete it in case you want to go back and edit something, and then that will fuck the whole steez. And exporting, oh my god, my computer takes a day. It will take a day to export this video when I eventually edit it. That is, if it does actually export, because sometimes it just says some error message that my stupid, non-techie, dumb brain can't fucking understand. Had that happen to a makeup video, had that happen to another commentary video, and I have just been not feeling it. I'll say, not feeling it. Again, I will hopefully get a new computer soon. I mentioned in this video, I will be mentioning it in the next video because I've already filmed the next video, and I made a comment in the next video like, hey, you guys aren't gonna get why I look like this in the first video, but it'll make sense now that you've watched it. But I've already explained, next video is about Onision. I may cut that out, I may not. I don't remember if I crocheted it into the ending, which sometimes that just happens, and I cannot be fucked to edit that out because I am not getting paid to do this. But nonetheless, again, things like that are why my energy has been extremely low recently. I am going to chug a Mountain Dew, take a couple shots of gin, and hopefully that'll give me the desire to edit this video. In fact, I think it already kind of has, along with watching videos talking about how Shane Dawson cheated the system. Because, fun fact, I feel weird. I will like every single comment that I get on TikTok that I'm able to find, because sometimes people will, comment something and then they'll go back and like all your stuff, and unfortunately when you do that, your comment can kind of get lost in the list. If you've commented on one of my videos and not received a like from me, feel free to tell me, except for one person who's probably not going to find this because they said something that was kind of weird, to say the least, and I didn't know if I should like it or not because I was, honest to God, kind of concerned about it. But yeah, I feel weird responding to people because we live in this strange culture where we want to make everybody famous. And I understand that. There is a desire to hear everybody's story. Because other people's stories are cool. They're fun. It's nice to hear different people's perspectives and their experiences. Of course, it ends up becoming a problem when, people lie, people exaggerate, people bend the truth, as we are seeing with a lot of these past YouTubers. And maybe it's very hot in here. I am just gonna, yeah. 1 second. It is just unfortunate to see these YouTubers, many of which people around my age, when, YouTube was first starting up. A lot of us grew up on YouTube. A lot of us saw these people as friends, and we are kind of continuing that trend. And I don't know how to really feel about it. I have, as most people with the human brain capacity, even vampires are limited memory-wise, especially if they've done a lot of unsavory things, because it was, 1492, and, you didn't know what you were smoking. You didn't know what you were necessarily eating all the time, but it made you feel good, and then turns out, I fucked up a good chunk of my brain, and in a way that would have killed a human, but with a vampire it just leaves you with permanent brain damage. Yes, I sometimes enjoy talking about my mortal coil that I have decided to possess for the sake of learning a thing or two about humans before returning to the ways of the night. But I have decided to come forward because I am seeing a lot of people in pain, a lot of people who are lashing out at each other for not no reason, but very petty reasons. It's for the sake of saving face of someone that they will never talk to, have someone who would probably never even consider them, and that has been very anxiety driving for me. It's very strange to think about. Nobody can conceptualize not just individual complexity, but individual complexity on the scale that we have it, that we know of. There are probably so many people who exist right now who, that is why it is considered 7 billion approximate. We do not know how many people on Earth are alive because there is, a lot of shady shit that happens out there, and thus people, even in their own country, will not be documented. And then just thinking about, and that's when shit gets, really nasty. If we are just talking about people who are known to exist, on TikTok especially, just how easy it is for just a random person to get 1 million likes, and you always have to ask how and why. We will be seeing soon enough how a lot of people who rose through the ranks, and even people who are on the lower ends, bought viewers and subscribers, even just to bring themselves up a little bit using pocket change. Is that considered cheating as much as it is when someone, does a few thousand, versus 100 versus whatever? Maybe that's why I'm also not famous, because people see my small numbers and they think, there's a disconnection from there. I don't know. I aimlessly liked things on TikTok a little bit too long. Just things that I liked without looking too deep into it. Especially with something like TikTok, where someone can take someone else's original audio, do the exact same thing that they did, and get 700,000 likes. Granted, it's not always the case of a copy got more than the original. Sometimes the original gets millions of likes, and whoever decides to get on it first also ends up getting, half as many likes, which doesn't sound like a lot until you remember that you're starting from 1 million. That sometimes is enough. especially if people want to reuse the audio over and over again. They go to see the audio and they see what other videos have been made and they want to see how other people use it. And sometimes they just like it because they think the person is attractive. Sometimes they like the way that they present it better. Who knows? Who cares? I can't really judge that stuff anymore because my brain is pudding. At least at this point. Hopefully I'll get a firmer brain when, I want to go back into school. I'm sorry, I can't, my fucking, I don't know. I want this to stay in the position that it's in. I know I could do hairspray, but hairspray is sticky and I don't like sticky. Anyhow, TLDR, I don't like doing online classes. I tried doing online classes even before the quarantine. It just really doesn't work for me. Mostly because I have a lot of accounts on a lot of different things that I still check regularly, and shit gets lost in the spam a lot of the times, which is why I prefer to be in a classroom, also where I can talk to a teacher and, just get clarifications over dumb things and then also get to know them as human beings. And I think that's also the problem, is that I want to be able to meet as many people as I can. But when you meet more and more people, you can get a surface taste of them. And sometimes people, this is going to sound so sexual, I am so sorry. People want a deeper experience with others. I actually kind of saved that. Got it. There. Saved it. People want to experience people's personalities and their experience on a different level. And in the art that I have created, I want to try to illustrate something out of this world, as you've come to see for the username, my little speech earlier. Yeah, I might talk more about that too in another video. We'll see. We'll see. And anyhow, I gotta go mope, talk to women twice my age and hate my mom. Alright, goodbye guys. Oh fuck, I need to make that comment on the Elise Yeezy video. I created a new word. Here it is. Use it if you want to. I don't know. I don't fucking care. Elise, I love your videos. You mentioned how you feel like you don't get a lot of love, and I'm someone with no subscribers really right now. I just have friends who, they subscribe to me because they like me, and I'm also waiting to get some of their YouTube names to subscribe back to them. We help each other out around here, we're all bros in my fucking neighborhood, unless I don't know you, in which case you're probably someone else's bro. You're definitely someone else's bro. You don't have to be my bro. We can be bros, but like separate bros. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, it's the loopy juice. It's not, I drank all the hypnotic. This is some concoction that I made. It's leftover liquor drink. That's just what it is. Woody doody doo.